morning, Lions. I hope the start to your school year is going well. I know that I am very excited to start the year and move towards graduation. As a school community, it is very important that we have some standards that govern our behavior. At this time, the administration will be sharing their annual rules refresher to review and remind us of school and HCPSS policies. Now, join me in welcoming Mr. Novak back to Howard 360.
Good morning and welcome to the 2016-2017 school year. Our theme for the year is Howard Strong. There's a lot that makes our school strong. We can be academically strong. We can be physically strong out on the athletic fields. We can be mentally strong. And it's one of the things that we see is that our strength is also derived by our collaboration. That's student to student, but it's also student to staff. So today's video is a little bit about some of the information that you need to make sure that we can have a strong year and a strong partnership with following the rules, following the procedures, and having a fantastic year. So you, of course, know that Howard pride is something that we fill our days with every day. That's punctuality, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence. And really, I want to focus on that respect. It means respecting yourself with the way that you behave and you conduct yourself. Respecting the building. That's not leaving trash around. That's not marking it up, defacing it, vandalizing it. It's respecting the rules. The things that we go over today are things that you might not necessarily agree with, but you have to follow them. It is the expectation that this is what you do to have a great year here at Howard High School. You're going to respect your classmates, and you're also going to respect the staff. If anyone's asking you to do something, know that it is essentially what you need to do. You might not know the person, but you have to listen and you have to follow what their directives are. I want to start talking a little briefly about hallway expectations. We have a huge school. We have more than 1,800 students here, and in order for us to make sure that things move smoothly, no stopping or standing in the halls. You need to be walking on the right side there, getting to class, not focusing on hanging out with your friends, but getting to where you need to be. No profanity or inappropriate language. This is something that a staff member can address you on, but there's no place for that in the hallways. No running. I think that goes without saying. You probably won't have any space to be doing it, but there's no reason for running or horseplay in the halls. Follow the school rules about headphones and hats that you're going to see in this video, and obviously listen to staff members as you, if you break a rule or do something, they're going to talk to you about it, and make sure that you respect them, because that's how we are Howard Strong. So once again, thanks Lions. Look forward to a great year.
Good morning, Howard Lions. I'm Mrs. Veslany. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Howard. I work with students with the last names beginning D through H. Today at lunchtime we ask that you come in and have a seat. The administrators are going to be reviewing some very important rules and reminders and evacuation procedures that have to do with the cafeteria. If by chance that one of our Howard Lions doesn't follow the rules, we will go through a series of consequences, kind of like the PBIS ladder, beginning with a conversation or a detention, office referral, Friday, Saturday school, or possibly even the contract room. I am really looking forward to a great year, Howard. Be strong.
Oh, hey, didn't hear you come in. I'm Mr. Sackett, and this year I'll be working with students whose last names go from MN all the way through SG. So that's the second half of the M's, N, O, P, Q, R, and the first part of the S's. Today I want to chat with you very quickly about music and headphones in the school and what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So very quickly, here's what is not acceptable. You cannot have any headphones that cover your ears in their entirety. So for example, Beats or any other headphones, Bose headphones that kind of go right over your ears. You can't have those in the school at any time. I recommend you not bring them in. It's also unacceptable for you to have two earbuds in at the exact same time. We have a one in, one out policy. So if you want to listen to music, that's fine, but you have to have one in, one out. Also, when can you listen to your music? You can listen to your music during the following times only: when you're in the cafeteria, and when you are walking from period 1 to period 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, etc. You cannot have your music out or your phone out when you're walking from, let's say, your period 1 class to go to the bathroom real quickly in the middle of class. Or you can't have your headphones or your earbuds in if you're walking from like your second period class to guidance in the middle of class, because that's not part of the BYOD policy, and that's not what we allow. So make sure that you only have them in when it is appropriate. You also cannot have a speaker or anything that plays music to the whole world. We don't want to hear what Elton John song you're listening to that day. We just want you to have it in one ear and out the other. As you're coming into school, as you're leaving school, that's fine as well. But again, just something that allows one in, one out, and only in between classes or when you are in the cafeteria. What are the consequences if you don't follow these policies? Well, the first is a warning, as with anything else. The second consequence would be a detention, and we will confiscate your earbuds, or we will confiscate the Beats if you have them, which you shouldn't, and you'd have to get them back at the end of the day. Third, fourth, fifth time, at that point, we're looking at insubordination, and we're talking about having your stuff confiscated and parents or guardians coming in to collect it, or suspensions, or in-school suspensions, and it's really not worth it just to listen to music real quick. So I hope that this has educated you as to what you can and cannot do when it comes to music and headphones in the school, and I hope you have a wonderful year.
Hello. We're going to talk about expectations for you when you're in the building after school. First of all, there are some things that we want you to make sure you know, that you shouldn't be in the building after school unless you are with a staff member, a coach, or a teacher. And that could be if you're participating in some kind of event or some kind of club. Next thing is stay in the classroom or the designated area for the event. If you're waiting for a ride, you should either wait by the Lion or wait outside. And for eating, we don't want any eating done in the building. If you eat, it should be in one or two places, in the cafeteria, or if you go down to the Lion's Den, sometimes before sporting events, we set up tables down there for you to eat. Those would be the only places to eat, either in the cafeteria or if we've designated tables out by the Lion's Den for you to eat. And that would be only with the direction of a staff member or a coach as well. Consequences. Failure to follow the expectations will result in calls to parents. If you continue to violate that expectation, you could lose that privilege or the ability to participate in that after-school activity. And additional consequences could be detentions, Friday or Saturday schools, or in-school suspensions.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Castro, Assistant Principal for students A to C. I'm going to talk to you about parking at Howard High School. First off, we have too many students, too many parents dropping off students in the morning. We have limited spaces available, so we're going to need your cooperation with a couple things. First of all, we're limiting parking to seniors, students who are on mentorship, internship, work study, or out of district. That's going to be the priority this year. Those students will be able to get a permit and park at Howard High School. If we have any remaining spaces for juniors only, we'll put those names in a hat and draw them out like a lottery. Very important. If you're a student at Howard, you can only park in the white spaces only. Don't park in the yellow. That's for staff. A couple of new things. Take a look at this sign. It's at the main entrance. Students, as you come in, you have to go to the left. That's where all of the white spaces are in the main parking lot. There's still the senior parking lot available for you, but when you come in the main parking lot, you got to go to the left. That's very important. If you're driving to school, get here before 7:10. You will find a spot. You will park easily. If you come after 7:10, that's when things get congested. The other thing I want to mention is we have a new parking permit. Okay, this is the permit that we will be selling starting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the first week of school. So those students that bought the old permit on eBay, you're going to have to leave them home. Consequences. If you drive to Howard and do not have this permit, and you haven't attended that safe driving meeting, and I see you, or Officer Lilly sees you, the first violation is we contact your parents and you get a warning. The second consequence or second violation is Saturday school. And lastly, if we have to see you 3 times, you lose all future driving privileges and possible suspension. Listen, we want you to come to school and be safe Take your time. Do not make any illegal turns from 108. Be patient and have a safe school year.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Duffy, the Athletics and Activities Manager here at Howard High School, and I'm going to briefly review the cell phone and BYOD policy here. You are welcome to use your cell phone before school, after school, in the atrium or cafeteria during your lunch period, or between classes. You may also use it when specifically directed by a teacher in a class activity. A time when you should not be using your phone is when you are out of class going to the bathroom or walking to another class during class time. Consequences for improper use of your cell phone can include after-school detention, confiscation of your phone, or your parent may have to come up and retrieve your phone. Please make sure you're using your phone in a responsible manner during the appropriate times of the school day. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ms. Hastings Huff, and I'm the assistant principal that works with students whose last names are SH through Z. I'm here today to talk to you about the dress code in Howard County and here at Howard High School. Our job as educators is to ensure that you leave Howard High School college and career ready. Your task each day is to come in looking the part and doing your best to be successful here at Howard. Today I have a few slides to assist in pointing you in the right direction of what to wear, essentially a what not to wear here at Howard High School. Please utilize the following guidelines to keep you out of the front office and looking great. The first slide shows you several items that are designated as inappropriate to wear to school. No headgear of any type may be worn. No hats, no bandanas, no head wraps. Pants should be worn at the waist. No undergarments should be exposed. All tops must have straps or sleeves. No tube tops or strapless dresses may be worn at school. Shirts with straps should follow the two-finger rule in regards to thickness. No plunging necklines are permitted. Shorts and skirts should be at fingertips length. The second slide shows more items that also fall under the inappropriate category for school attire. Though your futures may be very, very bright, you don't have to wear shades. No sunglasses in the building, please. While hoodies are acceptable to wear to school, hoods may not be worn. You may not wear a hood in the building. Be it male or female, adult or student, Howard High School is a no midriff institution. Please ensure that your tummy is covered. The third slide offers you some reminders to ask yourself before you leave your house. Is your clothing revealing too much skin or undergarments? Could your clothes cause a disruption to the school environment? Are you wearing a hat or headgear? Are you wearing clothing that depicts drugs, alcohol, weapons, or profanity? If the answer to any of these is yes, you will spend your time in the front office and not in class. Please change. What do your clothes say about you? It's a question to ask. And remember, school administration makes the final determination of what is appropriate and what's acceptable here at school. The final slide is a list of possible consequences for your dress code violations. You'll see that they are in line with the county policies. They range from a student being required to change their attire and their parent being contacted to a student remaining in the front office until another garment can be found. Continued insubordination or repeat offenses will result in a parent conference and additional disciplinary consequences. It is our hope that you come each day ready to learn and dressed appropriately, and that you make this year a great year. Thank you.
Thank you, administrators. Now, Lions, your teachers should lead you in a discussion of these rules and policies to make sure that we are all on the same page. They will also have some materials to hand out to you. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning.